At the very least, we're simming to the end of the year. I've said it now for the last couple of years. If we get relegated again, that's GG's. So, let's find out for sure, right? Let's find out for sure. All 3 losses have been to conference opponents as well. I do not see how we don't get relegated already. Like, starting off 0-3 in conference is just horrific. I'm gonna finally give up on the playbooks. Not that I think it's gonna make a difference. We do have a quarterback that has some mobility. Does have a decent arm with decent throw power. We have very fast wide receivers. Defensively, a 3-4 is the better way to go. So we'll go back over to our philosophies here. And now we'll just run a base 3-4. And for the offensive playbook, again, we'll ditch the custom one we've been using. Don't necessarily want to go with the spread option. I mean, I kind of did. Well, spread option could work pretty well with our quarterback having the mobility that he has. He doesn't have a cannon of an arm, but he does have an accurate arm. It's the outright spread offense, even the one back. You know, the one back might work out pretty well. So we're going to keep menu simming for the moment because, I mean, why the hell would we even bother jumping in? Tennessee has been the one team, especially, that just routinely, they are our bullies. Like, they routinely kick the shit out of us. We are 0-4 on the season, 0-4 in conference. I am witnessing my beloved Cowboy empire crumbling into dirt. We're cooked, man. We are absolutely cooked. I'm gonna see it out to the bitter end of this season, but we're cooked. Like, it's done. It is absolutely done. Like, there's just no way we survive an 0-4 start in conference. There's just no way. I know this can work. I know we can win a national title with this team. But I also just don't really see how it happens at this stage. Oh, and 4. Now, technically, we look at our remaining games this season. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conference games left. You play 9 in a season. Oh boy, we are in so much goddamn trouble now. Unbelievable. I don't think we can justify putting the backup QB. The guy's got like 65 awareness, man. Minnesota. We've had good times against Minnesota in the past. We've had some bad times. We get our first win of the year against the Golden Gophers. That is a conference opponent as well. We finally won a game this year. We have never started a season 0-4. Ever. Ever. Even when we were in tier 11, we didn't start off 0-4. Georgia's non-conference. Obviously, it's because we have more games than K-State or North Carolina, but man, when we play those 2 games against these teams this season, we gotta fucking win those or we're screwed. I like your tiered system. Prophecy, again, it's fun. Like, I've had a lot, that's why I don't want to give up on this. It's a lot of fun. Again, it takes a little bit of work to set up at the start. 6 highest overall teams in independent, and then I just went alphabetical, ACC, highest overalls, Sunbelt lowest overalls, and just went through. It's a lot of fun, though. I look forward to doing this in CFB 25. If it does say custom conferences, but it didn't say whether or not we can edit them at the end of every season. So, hello, Reaver. It might be sooner than you think. People. Oh, good. Oh my God, our quarterback. What is happening? Independent at the top because that way they get to fully customize their schedule as a bit of a reward. Okay. Yeah, we gotta check something here. Total offensive yards. Closer to the bottom than the top. Where's our points per game? We're just mid. Passing touchdowns. And Notre Dame only has 1 in 3 games, but they run the ball a ton. How many times has our quarterback been sacked? Yep, 15. Okay, so the offensive line is getting destroyed. So, back to philosophy. The one back is clearly not working. So let's go in theory with a pro style offense or even run heavy. Let's go pro style. Actually, run and shoot might work too. Run and shoot might work. I'm just trying to decide. Like, I still like aggressive substitutions just to make sure you always have a guy out there who can run fast at wideout. No tight ends and run and shoot. Yeah, that's true. And the offensive line needs the extra help. It's got to be pro style for the tight ends, the fullbacks. Like, it's got to be. Aren't you 1-0? 1-1 in the one back. The problem is, though, all I see is us getting fucking destroyed, so I'm not against switching to pro style, to be honest. Even if we did win. Thought your tight ends were crap, though. They are, but the offensive line's apparently worse. They're getting turnstyled. Let's be somewhat aggressive. Again, there's always debate as to whether or not this means more run offense or more pass offense. My understanding was like, hey, we want to throw the ball a little bit more than we want to run it. Let's be aggressive. Maybe not be aggressive. Maybe run and be cautious. I gotta check out what our defensive stats are looking like right now, too. So defensively, we are getting destroyed in the air. Absolutely, we're getting destroyed in general. Our defense is absolutely horrific. We do have 5 interceptions and 15 sacks, though. But our defense, again, is getting lit up. Just not be aggressive, then. Or do we go all out aggressive because it looks like we can't at least get to a quarterback? Be conservative about it. <sighs> 15 sacks on D, 15 sacks given up, 1-to-1 ratio. Fair point. Fair point. The coordinator's being base level really derailed. It did. It absolutely did. Georgia's 1-3 on the year. This game doesn't matter as much to us. It's non-conference, and we're obviously not going to make a national title game. And we lose 41-21. Tremendous. Tremendous. Again, it doesn't even really matter. Like, we're not looking at national title hopes right now. We are looking solely at needing to win those conference games. Those are the ones that matter. It does concern me that we just got lit up. Maybe we should go back to the one back, but our offensive line's getting turnstiled, so something has to change. And that's seemingly the way. 1-5 on the year. This is shaping up to be our worst season ever. That is pretty impressive. As we missed out on 81 overall athlete Jeremy Carroll, the best player we could have possibly gotten from this recruitment class. The kicks, there's no oh good, we're gonna miss out on tight end Julius Moss as well. That's great. Like, the kicks to the balls, like, the balls are gone. There's nothing left to kick. There's just space where the collective balls of the Wyoming Cowboys used to be. There's nothing left. Jesus. Every guy on this team looks like a fucking Ken doll now. Like, there's just nothing left. And all these visits scheduled. I mean, who the hell wants to come to this school? It's the Titanic of college football programs. All right. In terms of the largest deficits, we obviously still really want to fight for anybody that we can for as long as we can. That is the game plan. Here we go. Penn State conference game. They're 2-2 on the year. We're dead even in terms of overall ability. But my God, our team sucks this year. We're going to get relegated. It's over. It's not like mathematically over, but it is so close to over. Oh my God. We have just hit the wall. We have just absolutely hit the wall, and fuck. This sucks. This sucks, man. I do not like to admit defeat on a series before we accomplish our goal, but like the light, you know, the old adage of like, oh yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel. That's not like the glimmer of the trophy for us. That's the headlights of the truck that's about to run us the fuck over. Like, we're done. We're gonna get relegated down to tier 3. We've only ever been relegated once, and that was at a tier 1. We don't have the best recruitment class going on here. Like, I don't see how we survive this. I really don't. Really don't. Like, I'm trying. I'm throwing everything at the wall I possibly can. Maybe if I was jumping in, we'd do better, but at the same time, like, we weren't doing well when I was jumping in. Normally, we do better when we menu sim. It's just not as fun. But we're not even winning when we're menu simming. That's the sign. That says everything that needs to be said. How the hell are we going to get out of this? How do we survive this? There has to be a way. Has to be a way. Mizzou, we still play Mizzou in North Carolina this year. We're not mathematically dead. Not at all. Got the Dr. Dynasty for the raid. Welcome to my misery. I hope your stream went better than mine's going. I hope it did. Call of Dragons. I have never heard of that in my life. Gotta be honest. Baffle, good to see you, by the way. Shout out to Little Green. And we're gonna go. I mean, it's Gumbercules, isn't it? That's tremendous. Baffle, it's about over, man. It's about over. That heart rate monitor is making some funny noises. for the Wyoming Cowboys. Our point differential. Oh my god.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Ringo for the follow as well. You know what? If we're going down swinging. We're going back to the meme playbooks. We're going back to the meme playbooks. We're going aggressive. All in. Taking a break from baseball. Fair enough. Fair enough. I imagine MLB, although you could be referring to out of the park. The cows are moving in the wrong pasture. That's one way to put it. This might be the game that seals it. North Carolina, one of the two teams that could possibly save us from relegation by somehow being worse. We need to win this. This has to be a win. I need to get into playing out of the park. People have been asking me to do it for a long time. That and Football Manager, but I'm not necessarily intimidated. Kind of intimidated though. Oh, here we go, everybody. Here we go. The good thing is we got a punter. 2 others on the board still. What are we dealing with? North Carolina's down. Okay. Mizzou. They're the only team that can save us. They are the only program that might have a worse season than us this year. We need to beat North Carolina. We need to beat Mizzou. Or we'll be spending a lot of time at the zoo while I'm unemployed. Let's check over the recruiting before we get to this. I mean, this is it. Otherwise, the pinnacle of our success here was making it to Division I and winning the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which is nothing to scoff at, winning the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Don't get me wrong. It's our proudest accomplishment. But I was hoping for just a little bit more than the Pop-Tarts Bowl, you know? You know? Man. Pop-Tarts Bowl is the only bowl that matters. Well, that's what I'm telling myself. Not feel so bad about this current situation, you know? I mean, we have gotten some recruits this year, which is nice. Again, they're not the best we've been able to bring to the program, though. But okay. No other game ends with you eating a giant Pop-Tart. Again, well, the Pop-Tart has to be a cinnamon roll Pop-Tart, or is it even worth it? The undisputed king of Pop-Tarts, the cinnamon roll Pop-Tart. Okay. North Carolina. The last time I visited North Carolina, I got COVID. Back in March. Let's find out if this is somehow on the same level, or if I will have a better experience this time out. Yeah, let's do a color rush. Why not? This is it, man. This is it. If we have any chance of getting help from anybody other than Mizzou, this has to be a win. Like, in terms of, like, escape routes, this is one of them. But if for whatever reason we can't get that door to open, there's only one door left. It's the worst offensive output our program's had maybe ever. Legend Hatch's crash is still delayed at the airport. He's still in Chicago waiting for that flight to Greensboro. I can't even look, man. 3-0 UNC. 10-0 at the end of the first. Also, our backup quarterback is in. That's interesting. 10-7. 14-10. Shout out to Doe Slayer. What's up? 17-24, 21. Good lord, that was a quick point swing. 28-24. 28-27. 35-27 at the start of the fourth. Interception thrown. UNC has the ball. And they failed to tie the game after a failed 2-point conversion. Touchdown, Wyoming. We're up by 9. Touchdown, UNC. The lead's back to 2. UNC has the ball. Intercepted by Biaka Batuka. We had to punt with 20 seconds left. Wyoming wins 42-40. For what might be the last time, let's hit the button.
No touching! No touching! No touching!
No help needed. Except mental health. Mental help with mental health care. You sold out the backup quarterback. Hey, he was only sacked once. We got the gigantic win. On its own, it's probably not enough to be a season-saving win, but we needed that at the very least. It's a start. Here we go. This is it. This is it right here. UNC and Mizzou were the two most important games, and they're in back-to-back weeks. This is it. Am I ready for CFB 25? I am, because this game wants to kill me. Hopefully that game's a little bit nicer to me. We lose this game, and we get relegated. That's it. You just sim watch the whole game. I normally save that for the national title. This might be our equivalent. Shout out to Phoenix, by the way, for the 11 months on the prime. Oh my God, they're 1-6. Okay, here's the scenario. If we win this game, there is a very good chance that we do not get relegated, as we'll be 2 wins above Mizzou, but have a game at hand, so essentially we will be 3 wins above Mizzou. If we lose this game, we would have to win our final conference game, and Mizzou would have to lose the rest of theirs. This is it. It is so unlikely if, well, dude, our point differential, Jesus Christ. If we lose this game, we're probably done. I said relegation was the death knell. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go the other way and see what happens. Of all the teams that could end our run, I did not think it would be Mizzou, but there is a chance that is going to be the case. Mizzou could be the team to finally ruin it for us. Ender, what's up, by the way? Good to see you. Okay. This is it. This is the most important game of the season. It could be the last big game we ever have with these Cowboys. We're slightly better than them on paper. Our offense has been atrocious this year. Our defense has been even worse. Haven't said this yet today, but you touched base on it earlier this morning. Thanks for streaming today. Appreciate your prophecy. No worries. No worries. That was always the goal of streaming, is if video games trying to ruin my day can make somebody else's, it's worth it. Although this is really starting to push the limit of that concept. This has been a struggle. This has been a struggle, but I'm fighting. I'm fighting, damn it, I'm fighting. We have a bottom, again, there's only 126 ranks. We have the 100th ranked offense in terms of points, and the 3rd worst defense in the nation. The only good news, Mizzou has the worst defense in the nation.
Bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14.
All right. Here we go. We're going to treat it like we normally treat games. We're going to sim towards the fourth. We'll hop in earlier if necessary, and hopefully we don't have to hop in at all. Can they do it? First quarter against Mizzou. 7-3 Wyoming. 14-3 Wyoming at the end of one. Second quarter. 14-10. And they just ran out of time before scoring again. We're up 14-10 at halftime. The mid-off has begun, right? Shit. No. Oh, man. 17-14 as they miss a 23-yard chip shot. Do I trust the offense to score here? Because if they don't, then the other teams, we got to jump in. Now's the time. We got to jump in. Because if they fail to score, we have 200 yards against the worst defense in the country. We have 200 yards of offense. Is that legal? Our backup quarterback is still in and has been atrocious. I haven't even checked to see how long our actual frickin' starter's out for. 2 weeks with a dislocated elbow, and our starting DT is out for the year. Actually, our backup DT. All right, well, here we go. No blocking whatsoever, and we lose one. Oh, I changed our conservative offensive nature to be as aggressive as possible. That's not working either. At the very least, this quarterback is faster, so if we have to take off, that should work in theory. He's also a filthy lefty, says the lefty, but...
They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they look sharp before this one even started.
Scrambling around.
I was really hoping for some blocking there, but we'll take the first down. I didn't dare throw it on the run because I don't know if he can. There we go. We showed him that we can threaten offensively. See if we can get the running game going to protect the ball. Help! God. Well, hey, we got some yardage that time. That's good. 2 and 6. Oh my God. You know. Oh God, the left tackle. The left tackle just zoned out. He had no idea what was going on. And it's 3rd and 9. I mean, we're in 4 down territory here. Only Fanatics comes up with it. Cody, it's a good quote. Boston College, USC. 20 yards rushing to 452. Yeah, that sounds about right. I remember that game, actually. All right. 4 minutes left. We got a fresh set of downs. Can we get the running game going? Oh my God, we got the running game going. Let's go. Look at us. Again, if we lose this game, we might be dead. Trump loses 34-0 in Wyoming. Suddenly falls apart. Makes you think. Cowboy Joe on the jet sweep. That's okay. Could have been better. Could have been. Cody, I did. I literally mentioned it 2 seconds ago.
From the 14-yard line.
3.5. 3.5. Come on now. Come on now. Block him, block him, block him, block him. Yes! Oh, we needed that. Oh, Lord, did we need that.
Great execution by the entire offensive unit.
Hell of a dive into the end zone. The lead is 4.
Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
Penn State beats Tennessee. I'm gonna play defense. I feel like trusting them, but screw it, no trust. Let's just see if we can hold on.
Excellent kick.
Let's just see if we can hold on.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this is a competitive
The fans gonna rush the field. Honestly, might be worth it. The rumor's out that this could be our last season. 25 years of you've yeed your last ha. The fans aren't ready for it to be over yet.
Points on the board and you don't get it, you get a little frustrated. But this offense is very capable of
The fans don't want to have yeed their oh my God.
Brought down. That's the 46.
Wyoming PD have a warrant out for Frank Gray after that series of murders with the double stiff arm. Jesus.
First down.
All right.
Yards to go. Ball on the 26. He's got it with room to run. He's
Okay, we can't play man, we can't play zone. We can't play man and we can't play zone. What the hell let's try the 4-2-5, baby. Let's just throw different formations out there and see if they can figure out how to play defense in one of them.
3 to go in regulation.
Nope.
After a decent run up the gut.
They are just marching downfield on us here. All right, let's go with the stack. There we go. There you go. Give me a strong blitz.
3 yards to pick up the first down.
Let's get out there and try to hurt the quarterback, boys. It's our only chance. Let's get out there and try to blitz that quarterback.
Nance on the run. Knocked out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
We're just getting mugged. It's getting ugly out there.
Throws to the receiver.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Defense made a play. Time to stay in solid, baby. We made a play.
From the 25-yard line.
There you go. We made a goddamn play. Get your hands up. Let's go. Back up. Back up. Tell me what you're going to do now. Fred Durst
Really do it all, Herbie.
might play better defense than 90% of the people on this team.
This guy, it's PYP. Pick
Fred, we need you, Fred. All right, here we go. Big moment. Tidal vortex. Oh, my God. Okay. One more stop, gentlemen. One more stop. We found a formation. Wow, they're going to go for the field goal. Okay. I did not think they were going to go for it.
He'll try to put 3 points
I mean, it is 4th and 10. I mean, it makes sense to get some points on the board.
Kicks away.
Conservative play calling. We're up by 1. Okay.
Very impressive leg strength.
21-20, Wyoming. Missouri.
2:10. Can we kill the game clock
One deep.
and save our Cowboys?
They can forget about returning this one.
Can we hold on?
And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very...
They'll take about 2 first downs to seal the deal.
We're able to create holes for the running game, and it helped them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
Fortunately, the outside wide out. God, their coach is a hunk.
Taking their first time out of
Unfortunately, we couldn't do... Okay, time to throw the Statue of Liberty.
It's second
The
down.
bubble statue, baby. Let's do it. Whoop.
Nice run, and he's
Hey, we got some yards out of it.
call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
All right. We got some yards out of it. That's pretty good. Formacion. Give me a goal line set, please. We are absolutely going to give it to a fullback. Pound the rock up the middle. Oh, God. They know what's coming. Doesn't matter. Had 6. First down.
36-yard line.
All right, we killed off their timeouts. One more first down. Ends this game. In theory, I mean, unless we get it too quickly. They were being aggressive to try and get the ball back. It didn't work.
Ball on the 36. So the fullback.
You visual learner. Well, you got a physical example there. Comes a pick 6. Oh, I'm not throwing the ball. I'm not throwing the ball. Don't you worry about that.
A little over a minute in the game. He makes it to the 30.
Thought he was going to go to the running back.
Tries to hold on to it, and it goes nowhere.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
Going to the wing bone.
It's 3rd and 11. Ball on the
This game's over. We have just enough time to kill the clock. This game is over. Probably.
Well, you can see the elation on the
It's over.
side of things, and why not? His defense came up with one of the biggest stops.
It looks like.
A vital spot in this 4th quarter.
Looks like we might actually survive the drop. We had to beat UNC and Mizzou, and we've beaten both of them in consecutive weeks. The misery might just continue.
So this one's final. Very well played by both teams today.
A nightmare season. But it looks like we're going to avoid the worst case scenario of relegation. And we got a head coach upgrade. Man. The stress that this frickin' game has put me under over the past couple of nights. Unbelievable. We're up to 3-6 on the year. And like I said, now Mizzou has to be perfect. And even then, if they're perfect, it might not be enough. Reaver, I'm aiming for top of the hour, and I think at the moment I know Sin's down. Actually, I'll have to double check, but you know. All right. In terms of the head coach points, obviously we have our recruitment tree basically maxed out because we don't have to worry about unlocking people. Increase the yardage needed for setup plays. Sin did not make it to Sinland. Not my story to tell, though. Decrease the yardage for setup plays. Really not worried about the kicker getting iced at all. With the matchup option. Okay. A look over conference standings. So, Mizzou has 3 conference games left. They have to win all 3, and we have to lose our final conference game against K-State this week. If we beat Kansas State, it is guaranteed we are safe from the drop. Otherwise, we'll need Mizzou to not go on a crazy season-saving run, despite their loss to us this past week. Where do we stand for these guys at this point? We have a big lead for the vast majority, which is nice. Keep the 700 on him. West Coast coming in with the raid as well. My friend, how are you? How'd the stream go? I'm happy I'm still alive to be able to say hi because this game's trying its best to stop me from doing that. Goodness. Was it another UFC night? I wonder. I know that's been the main go-to. You guys aren't following West Coast, by the way. It was a UFC night. There you go. Really fun stuff going on over there. Oh, goodness. Okay. It's fair to basically call it a UFC E-Fed, really. Kansas State. I'm simming this game from the menu. Only have to outlast NCAA 14 for a little bit longer, yeah. Damn it. Win it. Win it. You know what? If we end up getting relegated anyway after all of that because we got smoked by Kansas State, then we deserve to get relegated. And yeah. Yep. We deserve it. We deserve to be done if we can't beat Kansas State, let alone get smoked by them. Indeed, that's fair. Exciting times. We got to look at Mizzou's schedule. They won their last game. They play K-State and Minnesota. If they win both of those games, there's a chance we could be relegated. The Tar Heels could factor into the scenario as well. But we have left the door open, like the big dumb idiots we are. We have left the door open to potential relegation. Alabama's non-conference. We don't care about non-conference games. We're not even going to be bowl eligible this year. Like, we're just going to get it over with. You know, we might get fired. After 24, 25 seasons with this team, we might get fired. I might not even have to retire on my own. They might just outright sack us. I know. Danger, normally we play better when we sim. We're just getting demolished. Either way. Either way, just destruction after destruction. Easily our worst season ever. Our job security is the lowest it's ever been. Well, nothing's worked in terms of what we've done with these particular sliders. So we're just going to put them back in the middle and hope for the best. That's it after 24 years. So long, good luck. I don't recall saying good luck. Our final regular season game is against Ohio State. No wins? Good night, buddy. Oh my god. Woo. I can't even begin to explain what a nightmare this season's been. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, maybe we can end Ohio State's undefeated season, right? That would be the most Wyoming thing possible, is to somehow end their perfect season right at the death. This could realistically be our final game. We are safe. By 2 games, technically, because 1 game ahead and the tiebreaker. Mizzou will be the team that is relegated. as they lose to both K-State and Minnesota. We're not dead yet. I don't know how, but we're not dead yet. Jesus Christ. As we get obliterated by Ohio State. Oh my God. We have definitely set the record in this alternate timeline of promotion relegation. We had to have set the record for the worst point differential without getting relegated in that particular season, especially for one of these top divisions. Like, this is insane. Just how shit we have been this year. Easily our worst season ever. Even when we were a trash team at the very bottom. We have never been this bad. And yet, we didn't get relegated. Insanity. 3-9. Our job security isn't in the bottom 5 at least, so we got that going for us. But let's take a look at, first and foremost, the team stats since our year is done. Oh my fucking God. We have never finished that low in passing yards. I mean, Kurt was hurt, but, like, Jesus Christ. Still. Like, the combined yardage of all of our, you know, it's... Okay, I don't care about individual stats. What are the team stats? Offensively, we had the 4th worst offense in the nation, only ahead of 10th. Again, we were in tier 2 this year. 10th tier Ball State. 11th tier, aka the lowest tier, Bowling Green. And then Big Ten is what, tier 5? Holy shit. Our passing game wasn't bottom 10, but it was close. Our rushing game wasn't at least dirt poor. Got the team money for the follow, by the way. Points per game, we weren't extreme. Dude, App State, Jesus Christ. At least we weren't that far in the mud. Passing touchdowns, we weren't at the way bottom. Rushing touchdowns, we were in the mix with 12. How many sacks did we allow? Only 23, I think it said. That wasn't too bad. Second fewest amount of first downs in the country. Only ahead of Oklahoma State and 3 behind Ball State. Defensively, $6,000 yards allowed by our defense. We allowed the 2nd most passing yards. Shout out to Popcorn Chicken for the 57 months on the Prime, comparing us to Old Yeller. Only Troy allowed more passing yards than we did. We also allowed the 4th most rushing yards in the nation, only behind TCU, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma State. We allowed the most points against in the country with 459. The fewest, 211. We allowed twice as many points against than fucking Toledo. Ah! We were one of 4 teams to not recover a fumble, and we only got 7 interceptions. Our 3rd down percentage was the 3rd worst in the country, only better than UTEP and Oklahoma. On 4th down, we were a bit better. Red zone offensive conversion rate, shockingly, wasn't as horrific as I thought. Yet somehow, we were not relegated. To confirm, Monroe have been promoted out of the Sun Belt after 1 year back down. And Arkansas State, the two teams that were relegated last season to Tier 11, they have gone up. In the SEC, Northwestern have been promoted, while the previously aforementioned Ball State, the longest-serving Tier 10 team, have been relegated. Ohio have been promoted, while Marshall, the second longest-serving team in the SEC, have been relegated. In the Pac-12, USF, longest-serving Pac-12 team, have been promoted, while Mississippi State, the second longest-serving team, have been relegated. Florida Atlantic, the third longest-serving Pac-12 team, have also been promoted, while Rutgers have also been relegated. In the Mountain West, Northern Illinois are going back up, while Temple have been relegated. Colorado State have been promoted, while Boise State have been relegated. In the MAC, Miami of Ohio have been promoted, while Detroit Trojans have been relegated. The previously mentioned Toledo, the longest-serving team in the MAC, have been promoted, while Arizona State have been relegated. Awful, awful season for them. Winless in conference. Tier 6, Conference USA, Iowa State have been promoted, while Boston College continue to just yo-yo. They have been relegated. Hawaii have been promoted, one season after being relegated, while Memphis, the longest-serving Conference USA team, have been relegated. So a lot of changes this year in terms of like long-serving teams. Clemson promoted up from Tier 5, while Oklahoma State have been relegated. It's going to come down to point differential, and Oklahoma State loses that duel, as Illinois have also been promoted, and TCU, second longest-serving team in that conference, have also been relegated. Tier 4, the Big 12, Virginia Tech have been promoted, while Iowa relegated down to Tier 5. Alabama, the longest-serving Tier 4 program, finally back up into the top 3. Bama have been promoted, while the second longest-serving team in Washington have also been relegated. Tier 3, Nebraska have been promoted, while the Baylor Bears have been relegated. Auburn moving up, second longest-serving team in the American. Texas Tech, the longest-serving team, have been relegated. Tier 2, somehow, well, we know USC has been promoted back to the Superior 6. LSU, longest-serving ACC team, they have been relegated. Minnesota, the second longest-serving ACC team, they have been promoted, while somehow Wyoming survives and Mizzou have been relegated. And in the Superior 6, Navy and Georgia have been relegated. Georgia surviving just one season before getting dropped again, while Navy had a couple of years up there and a national title victory. But their time's come to an end. I imagine it's a Michigan-Ohio State national title game. I don't know how the hell we weren't relegated. Not a damn clue. We absolutely should have been. But for now, we have survived. We do need to see who the conference champions are going to be just to finalize our promotion and relegation notes. But this was easily I'm honestly intrigued to see if we'll get fired, because this was easily our worst season ever. Clemson sophomore quarterback Alfred Clayton has won the Heisman. We had no award winners this year. I'm shocked. And indeed, it will be a Michigan-Ohio State national championship game. All right, let's find out how those conference championship games went. As Miami wins the MAC. Go ahead and mark them down as the number one. Whoops. Hello. Thank you. Bama wins the Big 12 in overtime. Monroe wins the Sun Belts in overtime. Hawaii takes home the Conference USA crown. You got Northwestern winning the Tier 11 title. Nebraska, Tier 3 champions. Colorado State wins the Tier 8 title. Minnesota actually beat USC for the Tier 2 title. That's a bit surprising. That might be very bad news for us in terms of promotion relegation. Florida Atlantic wins the Tier 9 crown. And Clemson takes home the Tier 5. So, there we go. Obviously, we know what the national title game is. Championship contender status was asked about. We are projected to be good over the next 3 years. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. Like, what the fuck? I wish I could quit you. Like, god damn it. Ugh. Torture. God damn torture. I need to know if we're gonna get sacked though before we see what happens next. Your national champions, the Ohio State University, win again. An undefeated season as they knock off Michigan. 13-0 for the Buckeyes. There's a time limit, 70 years. We're only 25 in, baby. 25 years of Wyoming football. And we just had our worst season ever. 4 years after our previous worst season ever at 5-7. Now with a career record of 222 and 110. Only 2 games above 500 all time against the top 25. Please, give me good news. Give me new coordinators. I'm begging you. Give me new coordinators, improved. No! You did not bring in a new level 1 defensive coordinator. You did not. I will kill you. You son of a bitch. You self-sabotaging fuck. You... They fired both coordinators and replaced them with a D and a D-. I wish I had more hair so I could just... C. Brooks and B. Vincent. Vincent is now the new defensive coordinator at TCU. Brooks is now the OC at Virginia. Cody, I'm not going back. I'll make you wonder forever if his name is what you hope it is. We lose our 95 overall quarterback who missed most of the season injured. No major losses. Macho Man Bret Hart's gone. White Walter. Arthur Morgan. The worst offensive line of all time, despite high ratings. I would normally say at this time that's a lot of talent to replace. The term talent, well, that's subjective, isn't it? I cannot believe the current state of affairs. We need a tight end and a center. We don't have a center to give, but there is a tight end that we could go all in on. Let's go, we'll go 1,000 for the latter two. Nothing too crazy. But we do need that tight end in Julius Moss. So, there we go. I gotta know. Gotta know how we do on that front. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We only land the tight end, but that's okay. So obviously we have all the other things to do in regards to an off season that we normally have to do. Will this be the team? Samuel L. Jackson! It's my beer! Will this finally be the team that kills the Cowboy? If it's not already dead.